Today I'm going to talk about the stages of addiction. Now everybody has a different road to addiction. Some people take their time while others go from 0 to 60 like that. Irrespective of which substance is being used and for how long it's being used, addiction always follows the same stages. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Anuneet Sabharwal. I'm a Delhi-based psychiatrist with a decade-long experience in addiction, sexual health and mental health. And without further ado, let's begin. So why should you know about the stages of addiction? This is why. The world sees 33 lakh annual deaths from alcohol use. About 5% of the human population uses illicit drugs. Cannabis is the most widely used drug with 20 crore users. Out of all drug users, 3 crore people are hooked. Out of these addicts, 1 crore people inject, and out of these, about 15 lakh people are suffering with HIV. 5 lakh people are suffering with hepatitis C, and about 10 lakh are suffering with both. These statistics can be drastically improved if you simply know what stage of addiction you're in and get the help you need. Remember that brighter days can still be ahead. Recognizing these signs early will help you get a head start on the road to recovery. If you think you're addicted, watch the video till the very end and write to me in the comment section below telling me what stage you think you're in. Also, don't forget to like and share the video. Remember that I do a cycle of videos with one video on mental health, then one video on sexual health, and then one video on addiction, and the cycle repeats. If you're looking to watch videos on a particular theme, just click on the playlist that you want to watch in the description box below. Alright, let's start. Stage 1 is drug experimentation. Now, drug experimentation is defined as the voluntary use of drugs without any social or legal consequences. Drug experimentation typically starts either at parties where you're taking the drug with others or at home where you're taking the drug to cope with stress. Substance use at this stage is considered a social matter and is usually associated with either fun or unwinding. Substance use does not have any craving at this stage, and it can be controlled, which means that you consciously decide to take the drugs, you know the risks that come with taking the drug, and also you can decide to stop whenever you want to. And it can also be impulsive, which means that you take the drug unpredictably and in unpredictable quantities, but you're not regular and you're not dependent. Stage 2 is regular use. Drug experimentation turns to being regular use when you start to incorporate it into your daily routines. It becomes a habit for you. At this stage, you may not be taking the drug every day, but it usually follows a set pattern. You may be using the drug most commonly at night or during the weekends and every weekend, and also under the same set of circumstances. For instance, when you're bored, sad, lonely, or stressed. You're also starting to miss school or work because of hangovers, and you're becoming increasingly worried about your drug source because it's completely tied to the idea of countering negative emotions or situations. You're not yet reliant on the drug for your physical or physiological function, but you're beginning to train your brain to respond to the rewards of the drug, such as pain relief, stress reduction, weight loss, relaxation in social situations, a satisfying sleep, and most importantly, a pleasurable high. In this phase, you can still control your drug use. You could probably stop if you wanted to, but you don't. And that's because you're satisfied with the positive effects the drug has on you, and you just don't want to give it up. This is the genesis of drug-seeking behavior. The drug now is positively reinforcing you to keep seeking it. Also, at this stage, you realize that you take much longer to bounce back after drug use. And that's because the brain now takes longer to chemically repair itself and return to baseline. Heavy drug and alcohol use has now officially begun to take a toll on your life, health, and safety. Stage 3 is risky use or abuse. Now, the line between regular use and risky use or abuse is very thin and is usually defined as continued use despite severe social and legal consequences. Now, as the name suggests, the drug at this point has begun to take a negative toll on your life. Your performance at work or school may be suffering, and your relationships with others is too. You also might have changed your circle of friends, but your behavior will certainly have changed by now. This is the stage where the warning signs of addiction first begin to appear. Craving for the drug, preoccupation with the drug, irritability and depression if the drug is not sought. You're still not physiologically dependent or tolerant to the drug, but you're doing it in a pattern that may adversely affect your life and your loved ones' lives. It also increases the possibility of risky behaviors, such as driving under the influence, unexplained violence, stealing or petty crimes to fund drug use, sometimes even prostitution to fund drug use. You may embarrass yourself socially, experience marital or relationship stress, and may be unwilling or unable to fulfill work responsibilities. Once the drug use reaches the abuse stage, it becomes more difficult to stop. You may try to quit, but you simply can't seem to fight the cravings. The drug has made your life a living hell, but you simply cannot imagine your life without it. Let's look at tolerance first. Because your body is now adapted to the presence of the drug, you need increasingly more quantities of the same drug to get the same high. This is called tolerance. What is dependence? Dependence can be physiological and dependence can be psychological. Physiological dependence essentially means when you stop the drug, you feel unpleasant physical symptoms. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of what happens when you stop which drug, but all substances when stopped at this stage will cause some physiological withdrawal symptoms. Psychological dependence means that stopping the same drug will cause psychological withdrawal symptoms, irrespective of whatever it is that you're taking. At this stage, quitting really isn't an option. You need medical intervention. By medical intervention, I mean you need to get admitted. You need to have inpatient psychiatric care. You need to also go through a course of counseling or psychotherapy to help you cope with life without the drug. More importantly, inpatient medication also helps you manage the detoxification phase or the withdrawal symptoms that come with the dependence phase. Stage 5 is the final stage of addiction. You know you have a full-blown substance use disorder when you simply cannot control the use of your drug. You're using it in secret. You lie about it to people, especially about how much you're using it. You've begun to avoid family and friends because of it. You've begun to completely give up all other activities in your life because of the substance. You're now facing financial troubles because the substance has drained all your finances. You're chronically relapsing despite multiple attempts to quit. And most importantly, the drug has now taken a toll on your physical appearance. You look drained, you look tired, and depending on which substance you're taking, you might have contracted a disease. These stages are just a roadmap. Everyone has a different reaction to substance use, and not everyone goes through all 5 stages. Some people may go from stage 1 to stage 5, while others may simply keep bouncing between stages and never reach stage 5. What's important is that if you've reached stage 3, 4 or 5, contact a mental health professional right now. You need help, you need medical intervention. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Please subscribe now and hit the bell icon to get all of my updates for my future videos. Thanks again. Take care of yourselves.